All right, so y'all know I normally do not go live from my car. I normally do not go live while I am driving. However, I decided I would take you guys on a little ride with me this morning. I haven't been live in a couple of days, so we're going to just go. I'm on my way to go pick up some lunch. And so I figure it's about a 15-20 minute ride to where I'm going. So I figure I'll take you guys with me. I don't know if anybody's gonna come in the room, but it is what it is. We're gonna talk about it and then that's gonna be it. Y'all see I don't even have no lipstick on. Why I don't have any lipstick on? Because I'm gonna have to put a mask on as soon as I get where I'm going. So it doesn't make sense for me to put lipstick on just to put a mask on because I don't have one of my disposable masks in the car. I got my good mask in the car. So I'm not gonna be looking at the chat. I'll read the chat later. I apologize in advance. But listen, safety first, okay? Safety first. So welcome anybody that is in the room, anybody that's coming in the room, anybody that's watching this later. Let's see how this works out. Okay, so put a ring on it, my final thoughts. I am not going to give a regular review of Put a Ring on It. Watch out now, player. All right, you got a stop sign. I don't. Okay. I'm not going to do a regular review for Put a Ring on It. This is my review for the reunion, okay? So they had the reunion on Friday for Put a Ring on It. First of all, let me say this. The overall reunion was trash, right? The overall reunion was trash, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, the overall reunion was trash. They could have kept all that shit, okay? I feel like, ma'am, why are you running in the middle of the goddamn street? The fuck? Like, you just gonna run in the middle of the street. I feel like my phone is tilting. Y'all know I probably got this thing hooked up janky. So anyway, the overall reunion to me was trash, right? They could have summed up that whole reunion in, hey, good morning, whoever that is. I can't really, is that Ty? Hey, boo. Hey, I'm not really looking at the chat, but if it pops up while I look down, I'll see it. But for the most part, I'm not looking at the chat. Hey, boo-boo. But they really could have summed that whole episode up at the end of the final episode and said, this is what's going on with the couples now. This is what's going on with the couples now. They haven't said, because ain't none of them. Okay, so let's just go couple by couple. Let's go couple by couple. LaShawn and Rhonda. Now, LaRonda and Sean, Lord. Now, for the majority of the season, I ain't see it for them. I felt like he was real whiny and very codependent. I felt like she was very enabling. And I felt like she really wanted to get out, but was scared of what would happen if she did leave, was scared of what he would do if she left. That is how I felt the majority of the season. Now, I will say this. After finishing up the season, looking at a couple of lives, because y'all know I don't like looking at all those lives and all that stuff, during the season, because I don't want my opinion to be skewed from what I'm looking at. I am reviewing the show, right? I think sometimes people get confused or they get frustrated with me because they're like, well, this happened on Instagram. Well, this person tweeted this and this person said, oh, shit, that wasn't a good idea. Oh, okay. Y'all just cut right in front of a damn police officer. That probably wasn't a good idea. How you doing, officer? Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah. So anyway, so I don't look at all of that stuff because my job is to review the show. Not Instagram, not Twitter. I am reviewing what I'm looking at on the show. So I didn't look at all that stuff. But now that I've been looking at some of the stuff, the little interviews here and there and that kind of thing, I kind of have a different opinion of Sean and Rhonda, right? Ma'am, where am I going? I am going to get me some lunch. I'm going to get me some lunch. Going to get me some rotisserie chicken. I'm back on my, I'm back from eating all the food and drinking all the drink, enjoying. I had the whole nice Labor Day weekend situation. Anyway, so that is what that was, right? Now I feel like I like them. The one thing that LaRonda said at the finale was she did not realize how enabling she was to his behavior. And I think that's important Now, the question is she going to continue to build on that knowledge and not engage in the behavior, the enabling behavior anymore? That's the question. The question is, are you going to not allow yourself to bend into that? And I think that Sean realized, he said he never had a faithful relationship. I think Sean realized, listen, I want to be faithful to this woman. She is the person I want to be with. That's it. That's all. So I feel like for them, even though I still think the whole concept of the show is some bullshit. Let's be clear. But I think for them, I think that some of what they learned in the process was a good idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Dr. Nicole. I really wish this show was more of just a couples counseling. Why do we have to add the element of them dating other people? Why couldn't it just be a variety of exercises like they do on like marriage boot camp and stuff like that? Why can't it just be, these are 3 black couples that are in love and they think they're ready to get married. Let's see if they're really ready for it. Let's put them through a series of activities and challenges. And maybe that could be one challenge where they're tempted. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. Because I really like Dr. Nicole. And I think Dr. Nicole be giving some good right. I'm not really looking at the chat. But good morning. I'm giving y'all my final thoughts on the Put a Ring on this season. So we talked about LaShawn and Rhonda. They have not set a date yet for their wedding. But they say they happy, girl. They happy. Okay. Let's get to Jessica and Eric. Listen, I still think Jessica and Eric need to break up. And let me say why. I think they're both very nice people individually, and I don't think that they have any ill intent towards each other. I just don't know if this is if it's going to work in the long run. But some people function in dysfunction. And so maybe they will work in the long run because they have figured out their dysfunction and it works for them. I don't know. So they have not set a wedding date either. They're actually building a home in Orlando. So I'm guessing they're to Orlando, Florida. And they're building a home there. And they said that we'll set the wedding date after our home gets finished being built. In my opinion, that's a little bit of putting the cart before the horse. I know that in this new world we live in, people shack up. They shack up. They have churn. They build businesses. They do all of that stuff before they actually get married. So when the shit hit the fan, now you got to untangle all of this extra bullshit that you guys have entangled yourself in that really there's no legal precedent to help you with. People do it all the time. They come on Judge Judy and Judge Judy says, listen, if you had gotten married, all of this would have been covered in the divorce. But because you chose to do all of this before you got married, now we got to deal with the bullshit, right? I feel like Jessica and Eric still don't trust each other. And I don't know how you build a marriage with no trust. I just don't know how you build a marriage with no trust. I'm one of those people that is of the belief that when the day we get engaged, we should be ready to get married. I'm not saying you get married the day you get engaged, but the day someone asks me to marry him, because he gonna ask me, I'm not one of them girls. I'm not asking no man. But the day a man asks me to get married, I am ready to marry him today. If he says, let's go down to the Justice of the Peace tomorrow, I am ready. We are there. Marriage is it. I don't understand we got engaged, but we still got some things to work on. Then y'all ain't ready to be engaged. You're not ready. Like, how are you still working on something? Y'all not ready to be engaged if you say we engaged, but we still working through some stuff and the trust is still not there. Huh? Then how you ready to marry this man? No, ma'am. And especially after we saw how Eric acted on those dates with old girl. Let's be clear. I like her. I did like the old girl, the chick he went to the salt thing with and all of that. She was a little touchy. I agree. She was probably a little too touchy. He was definitely too touchy. And I really think that he agonized her. There, you guys, I'm driving, so I'm not really looking at the chat, so I'm not ignoring anybody. Bring on it. But I do believe he loves Jessica, but again, love ain't, we see couples that love each other all the time and it don't work. Like, love, we know it needs to be more than love. And I still feel like he does not fully believe that she won't drop him to upgrade. All right, I'm at a light. Let me see if I can look at some of these comments. Eric was the only one to continue to date when everyone else has stopped. Hey, what's up, little baby? Lock Queen. The body language on the reunion said it all. Yeah, they weren't real touchy, were they? Eric and Jessica were childish. They played tit for tat. Eric thinks marriage is something to earn or deserve. That Jessica does something to make me take the ring back. Think through it all. Ooh. All right, I gotta drive again. So yeah, so I agree with that. I said that in my reviews, that I feel like they was just playing games. I feel like Jessica was doing shit knowing Eric was going to see it eventually. I don't necessarily think Eric was for Jessica to see, but I agree with you, little baby, that I feel like Eric did things in a spiteful manner. I'm mad at Jessica, so this is what I'm going to do. Jessica doesn't understand me, so this is what I'm going to do. Jessica said such and such to Dr. Nicole, and it embarrassed me, so this is what I'm going to do. I feel like there was a lot of that with them. And again, that tit for tat situation, I don't know how you win. Like, nobody wins in that game. Nobody wins in a tit for tat game, because it's always about one-upping somebody. All right, I'm going to do this better. I'm going to do that better. I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to one-up you. Nobody wins in that situation, right? And so I really feel like, again, I can't say for certain, and I don't wish bad on nobody, but I don't know if they make it down the aisle. But let's be clear, none of the couples from last season have gotten married yet. The couple, I forget their name. Y'all told me their name the other day. The one with the girl didn't want the baby and he already had a son. Y'all know, the one who was getting a little too close to the chick he was dating. Michael and something. What was her name, y'all? Anyway, now they're supposed to be getting married next month. I saw they posted it on their Instagram. They put the save the date up. I think they're getting married. No, not next month, November. They're getting married like November the 8th, November the 7th, something like that. But we're talking about almost 2 years later. But they've built a home. Somebody told me, I think Kamisha was telling me that they've already built a house together. They've done all these other things. And now they're getting married, right? The other couple have not gotten married yet. And we know Hollywood and what's-the-face actually broke up. So my prediction for this season, I feel like it's going to be the same thing. I feel like Sean and LaRonda are going to get married. Short of a major catastrophe happening, like I'm talking about infidelity or something like that, they getting married. Now, when they get married, I can't tell you, but they getting married. Eric and Jessica, I don't know. I don't know if they make it down the aisle. And if they do make it down the aisle, I don't know how long it lasts. But again, I ain't trying to put nobody in divorce court. I wish all the couples well. We only get a snippet. We only get a snapshot. And it is edited for our pleasure. So let me say all of that. Now, let's get to the main attraction. Here's why the whole reunion was trash. The whole reunion was trash because I feel like we rushed through those first. All right, I'm at a red light. Hold on. Sean and LaRonda want each other in a relationship. They're willing to make it work. That's why they're going to make it. Michael and Shay, that's right. They had to put off their wedding, and now it's back on. The other engaged couple is still engaged. Yeah. All right. So, here's why the reunion was trash. All right. We had to rush through the first two couples to get to Darian and Lex, only because of the explosiveness of the season with the cheating and all of that, right? But and I get it. We get it, okay? They were like the main attraction and they made the season. Like, that's why people were watching to see what was going on. Like, nobody. Like, once the whole, I would even say before we found out he was cheating, even his whole attitude about her feelings about his reaction, I think was a problem. Like, even before, when we knew Lex had a problem with him going on these dates with Kai over and over again, and his dismissiveness of her feelings, I feel like we knew then. And I feel like people were tuning in then. But then you add to that the infidelity. Oh, we ready for it. And then they said that Kai gonna be at the reunion. Oh, we there. We ready. Okay. We was ready for what they was about to give us. Okay. Then they put out the trailer for the reunion and we see all of this explosiveness at the reunion. Here's the problem. That was it. They gave us the best parts. They gave us the best parts. Everything at the reunion was what we already saw. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for some inside stories. I'm waiting for some tea to drop. There was nothing there. And I looked at interviews with Lex. I looked at interviews with Kai. Darian, I don't think done no damn interviews. And if he did, I missed them. But everybody was like, you gotta wait till the reunion. You gotta wait till the reunion. You gotta wait till the reunion. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the reunion because I'm thinking, oh shit, we about to get some good shit. I'm waiting at the reunion. Listen, all we got at the reunion was what the trailer had already given us. There was nothing. I mean, if y'all learned something more, y'all tell me. But there was nothing more there. There was nothing more there. I think that some clarity was given about Darian Darian and Lex's timeline. I got more clarity on the situation in the comments of the lives, right? I think Darian went on the show to revive his presence and entertainment. He never was going to marry. I don't think was putting on Kai wouldn't continue to let him stay with her. I'm trying to look at some of the comments. Okay. I think we got a little more clarity in the timeline of Darian and Lex's relationship. But at this point, I think most of us had figured out that they did not mean a continuous 14 years. I think most of us had figured out that it was an on-again, off-again situation. I think most of us had figured out that when he had them two churn while they were dating, it wasn't while they were together. Or if it was while they were together, it was while she was overseas and maybe there was some ambiguity, that's what I'm looking for, to the overlap, and they had moved past that, right? So when Kai is like, she lying, they weren't together no 14 years, well, duh, we know that, duh. I think we figured out that they weren't together for 14 continuous years. If you, I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like we already got that information. Then, okay, her and Kai were Darian and Kai are now in a relationship. Are you though? Really? Are you really in a relationship? Is that really? It's that forbidden fruit. Now that you are no longer forbidden fruit, are y'all really together? Really, really? You know what I'm saying? I have a problem when Kai was like, I didn't do anything wrong. On one hand, Kai didn't make any type of commitment to Lexi. So no, she made no type of commitment to Lexi. That was on Darian. But for her to sit there and just be so arrogant and be so flippant about the situation, listen, y'all, women, all my ladies in the chat, when are we going to stop pretending like everything a man says is the truth? When are we going to stop acting like, well, because Darian said he didn't love her no way, because Darian said the relationship was really over, because Darian said, when we gonna stop acting like what they say is the truth? She really sat there like, he said this and he said that and he said that. Hope we know that Darian was a liar. It was the woman who got clarity. Yeah. Kai said they're in a relationship. Darian never said they were, and he only entertained it to get back at Lex. Alexa has been saying 14 years off and on the whole. Right, but people act like, oh, it's been like people were acting like it's because even Kai, I saw a live that she did that live like after the reunion. She a liar. She was lying. They weren't together no 14 years. Duh. Like, we know that. I know that. You know, we know that. So she was like, so I'm looking at this, and the way Darian was talking to Lex, the attitude, like, he didn't do nothing wrong. Like, she don't have no reason to have an attitude. Like, she don't have no reason to have the sympathy vote. Because a lot of people were Team Lex because they saw, like, what happened to Lex on national TV is every woman's worst nightmare. I mean, I'm sure a man's too. But as a woman, I can speak from a woman's point of view. Like, I'm sure in the back of her mind, she knew this nigga won't shit. Like, she knew. She knew. Now, whether she was ready to accept it or not, that's another conversation. Whether she was ready to pay attention to the voices in the back of her head telling her this nigga ain't shit, but she knew. But for it to play out on national television, yeah, you signed up for the show. Yeah, you knew you were opening up the door for certain things. But the way it played itself, the way it played out, I'm sure it was embarrassing as hell for her. And most of the people who are Team Lex are women who either it's happened to them or it's their worst fear of it happening to them, right? People who are Team Kai are the women who cheated with those men. I said it. Hate me, don't care. Anybody who was Team Kai, you are Kai. You are that woman. You would have slept with Darian. I said it. And I'm not saying you have to be on any team, but the people who have been like, girl, Kai, you was good, you didn't do nothing wrong, it was him, Lex this, Lex that, like some of the people that are Team Kai, they like really are coming for Lex, and I'm like, why are we mad at Lex? What did Lex do? And then they were like, I mean, Lex got her dirt too, she ain't no innocent. Okay, but it ain't play out on national TV. I bet you that. I bet you didn't play out on national television. Lex may absolutely have cheated. I don't know them people. But I'm going to tell you where she didn't cheat. She didn't cheat on her own. She didn't cheat on national TV. I'll tell you that. Okay? I'll tell you where she didn't cheat. That's the shit I'm talking about. So it's like, the reunion was trash because I feel like y'all were milking this situation. And I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. Let's be clear. I'm not mad at OWN. I'm not mad at production. This is exactly what they're supposed to do. But you milked the situation for all it was worth. The problem was you milked it, but you didn't give us nothing. I don't have no problem with you milking it if I get to the reunion and I'm like, oh, I did not have not one moment like that. Like, I would have even been like, if they had said, we lied, we really slept together after the first date. We lied. Lex knew about it and she pretended for the camera. Like, I would have given y'all a lot of credit if y'all had given me some sort of tea. Y'all didn't give me nothing we didn't already have. Even that scene where Kai ran off and Egypt turns to Lex and says, you can clearly tell that he's been lying to her. And when I saw it in the scene, I'm like, I was waiting for there had to be some big revelation. Like, oh no, he said this, but he really lied about that. Like, I was waiting for some major revelation in that moment. And it wasn't. It just wasn't there. Am I the only one? Tell me in the chat. What y'all think? I mean, did I miss something? Because y'all know sometimes I be missing shit. Okay. Did I miss like a big revelation? Did I miss like a huge moment that made them make it seem like, oh, Kai did this and Kai did that? Like, did I miss it? Did I miss that? No damn parking. I can't stand it. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't get it. Can I get it? Oh no, that's reserved parking for the popo. I can't park there. I ain't parking in the police parking space. I'm not that bold. You know what I'm saying? I might be bold sometimes, but I ain't that bold. Okay. Yeah, so let me see. Is it a parking space on that side? I can't find parking. Y'all, I can't stand it. I am the person that will drive around the parking lot and wait for a parking space. I can't stand not being able to park where I want to park. Can I park here? All right, I can back in here. And you shut up, Abby. Don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. You've been in the car with me before. Don't you say nothing. too close to that car next to me. All right, we good to go. So I'm here. So those are my final thoughts, y'all. You could tell they did when she got that truck listening. Hey, a view is a view. You got too many parking tickets? Child. She did not come down to Oprah TV station and show her behind. Lex didn't embarrass him. Why Darian embarrassed her? Kai really thought she was going to jump on the side chicks a winning way without getting the backlash. And that's the thing. I saw someone in a video comment saying Darian been in a relationship with her best friend for 11 years and they are still together. I think at this point, because that's the other thing that Lex was saying, she was like, women coming out now saying, oh, I dated him. She was like, it's not a big deal because I know he dated other women. Like, I was overseas. I dated other men. Yeah, okay, Abby said I wasn't going to say a thing. But let's be clear. I think we've established Darian is a dog. I just think we've established that. And there are some men and women, but again, I date men, so I can't speak on what women do from that perspective. But, oh, what the hell is that crawling on my window? Okay, it's on the outside. Okay, you stay out there. I think that there are some men who have mastered the art of cheating. Darian is one of those men that has mastered the art of having multiple relationships and make every single one of those women feel like they're the only one. I think we've established that. I think it would take a professional to sit down and go item by item and do a timeline and figure out, okay, you started dating her here, you ended it here. Okay, you started dating her here and hit it. You know what I mean? So I think we've established that. I don't think we need any more women coming out of the woodwork saying he dated me too. We got it. He's a cheater. He's a serial cheater and somewhat of a user. If you believe the women, and he's somewhat of a user, right? But that's the only thing that frustrated me with that reunion. That's why I didn't even do no review. I said I'm just gonna go live and I'm gonna talk for a few minutes about it because I really gave y'all more time than I had planned to give y'all. But that's because I was driving. But it was nothing there for me. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything in the reunion that made me be like, oh shit. I don't know. Let me see. All right, let me read a couple more comments and I'm going to go ahead and get my food. I heard Kai slept with Darian after the first date because she was getting evicted and needed a place to stay. I believe he took her to the condo to show off and she thought she hit a lick. Let me say this. Do I believe they slept together before they said they slept together? Yes. Absolutely I do. I believe now. I don't know if they slept together after the first date, but I absolutely believe that Darian knew after the first date that he could hit it when he was ready to, and I absolutely believe they slept together. I think they agreed to say that they did slip up because at first Darian said it happened after the fourth date. But then they said at the reunion, they said it happened after the third date. So they did kind of slip up on that. But I think at that point, nobody really cared. And why does it matter at that point? Like, it happened. I agree, though. I think because somebody asked her, when you went on your date, did you know he was from Field Mob? And she said, yeah. So, yeah. And I don't know how all these people be recognized. I don't know these niggas. Like, I know who Field Mob is, but I wouldn't be able to pick him out of a lineup. Prior to this show, I wouldn't pick that nigga out of a lineup. Like, I don't know how all these people knew who these people were. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think they slept together. I think that not just Darian and Kai came up with that story. I think production told them, because Dr. Nicole said that she knew Hey, what's up, Sly Sylvia? Dr. Nicole said that she knew that Darian and Kai had slept together prior to it being exposed on the show. So, like we had already said, that production knew it had happened, and I believe that that's why she made him have that last comment. And I think production told Kai to say it. I think production told Kai to put it out there that they had slept together. And I believe that they said, just to make it look better, they said it didn't happen until later, and I think that was something that they came up with production. I think all of that was in conjunction with production. I believe that's my opinion. I think that it was in conjunction with production, that they agreed that they were gonna say, okay, it happened later. So because it would look really, really bad, and I'll be honest with you, if you want a season 3, that's not a good look. I mean, it's bad enough that the people slept together, but it's definitely not a good look if it happened after the first damn date. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not a good look. So I think all of that was produced. Now, I don't think Darian knew. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think Darian knew that she was going to say it. Because I think if Darian, because he is such a player, and because he's so slick with his shit, he would have never allowed himself to be caught off guard like that. He would have told Lexi. He would have told Lex. He would have tried. Now, this is what I think he would have done, though. I think he would have lied on Kai. I think he would have lied on Kai. I think he would have been like, listen, this chick is crazy. She done started stalking me. Production want me to go meet with her one last time, but I don't even want to talk to her. She been threatening to do this, and she been threatening to do that. Like, I feel like he would have turned it into a whole situation before he went to that meeting. And then he would have been able to come back from the meeting and say, oh my gosh, you ain't gonna believe what this chick is trying to say now. Like, I feel like it would have been a whole situation. And that's my opinion. I think production had told Kai, this needs to come out. He's coming to meet with you one last time. This is gonna be your last time to talk pup on camera, and you need to put it out there. That's what I think they did. I do not think Darian was in on that. I think Darian was in on the timeline. Okay, we're not gonna say it happened on the first date. But I think, and I'm going to tell you this, I also think Kai swayed away from the script when she started telling the business, oh, when I was at your condo, when you said my condo is your condo. Like, I don't think production wanted her to say all that. I think they was like, shit, she said too much. Because now you're establishing a pattern. Now you're letting us know this wasn't a one night, he slipped up, oops, I fucked up. No. This was a very calculated, long-term situation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's another reason why I don't think it happened just after the 4th date. I think it happened because, remember, this all happened in a matter of 2 months. So y'all did all of that. Oh, your condo was my condo, and she was staying multiple nights at the condo after the 4th date. They filmed the show in 2 months. So I don't know. It seemed like a tight timeline for it to have only happened at the very end of filming. All right, let me read a couple of these comments. I just want to know, where's the music since he stayed at the studio? Child, okay. I agree it was produced. Yeah, Keith. And again, that's what they supposed to do. They make it a TV show. They had this, listen, put a ring on it, struck gold. They struck gold with it. And that's what they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to capitalize on the moment. They are not there for people's feelings. Listen, there's a difference between producing a TV show and being there for people's feelings. And that's why shows like this get to a point where it's no longer about genuinely helping people, and it's just about producing TV. That's why one of the reasons why Ayanla walked away from her show, because if you look at the first couple of seasons of Ayanla, I think she genuinely was trying to help people, and they were there for extended periods of time. They dug deep. But if you look at the last 2 seasons, I feel like she was just dialing it in. And she has said on multiple occasions she doesn't like doing the celebrities. She doesn't like and I feel like because the celebrities bring ratings, they did more and more celebrities. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I would be here for like a periodic special edition of Ayanla Fix My Life with celebrities. Like, for example, Keisha Cole's family. They're grieving the loss of Frankie. But we also know that there was a lot of strife around the funeral. I would be here for Ayanla Fix My Life with Keisha Cole and family. I'd be here for that. I'd be here for that. Yep. Mm-hmm. I would be here for... I'm trying to think of another good example. Hey, Gigi. I felt like Kai and Darian knew each other prior to the show. I felt Darian may have told her to do the casting call. Well, she claims they found her on Instagram, but that don't mean it's true. That don't mean it's true. But she claims they found her on Instagram. Right, next season, I don't know if we're going to get real couples who are really wanting or looking for help, or people wanting to be famous through the mess. Exactly. And that's the problem with shows like this. It's like once the authenticity is gone. All right, my food should be ready now. Yeah, I was sitting here killing time because I wasn't sure if my food was ready or not because I had just called it in. The authenticity of the premise of the show, I think, is gone. I think it at least, that's just like I was saying about Family or Fiance. I really enjoyed the first season of Family or Fiance, but now people saw the show, they want to go on the show, and they have their own agendas. And I don't think any of these couples need to be getting married regardless of whether their family agrees or not. At the beginning, the first couple of seasons, the first season, these were people who I felt like, okay, they really, not everybody, obviously, but yeah, they're ready to get married. Their family, for whatever reason, just isn't on board with it. But now you got people in abusive relationships. You got people that's been cheating multiple times. Like, why we're not ready to get married? All right, I'm going to stay on for 3 more minutes. When I get to 40 minutes, I'm going to get off. I've been on for 37 minutes. What's up, Xavier? Yes, when Ayanla put Old Girl from Love and Hip Hop out, bless my spirit. Right. And she said she does not like doing, she said, especially the reality shows. She said because they think they're making a reality TV show and they're not doing reality. Because she put Shay out. And remember when she sent, what's my girl? Benzino's baby mama. Remember when she told her she didn't need to come back? Because she said, you were told not to be on social media while you're filming, but yet you were on your Instagram telling people where you were. Because I'm grown. Because it's my Instagram and I can do what I want on my Instagram. She said, okay, well, this is my show. And I can do what I want on my show. So I'm going to ask you to leave. I said, I know that's right, bitch. Althea, that's it. She got so that they were in a relationship. She thought she was the only one, and that Lex is the most horrible person in the earth, according to Darian. Exactly. I think we can get genuine couples because I think Darian was the only one. Eric and Jessica, LaRonda, and Sean's relationship seemed genuine. Well, yeah, I agree with that, but I'm saying for next year, because again, remember, we're producing a show. So we're going to look for couples, let's like with Family or Fiance. Like, I'm sure they got some genuine couples who were ready to get married, who were just dealing with some genuine family drama. They ain't picked none of them. I saw that episode of Family or Fiance with the old man and the little girl. He was being beaten, baby. That was a mess. It was a whole mess. And her stepmother, the stepmother that told production what was going on, she actually left a comment under my video basically saying thank you, for reviewing this, and they're still together. And she's like, she said, just please keep praying for her. And she left a comment under T's video. She left a little bit more information under his video, but essentially she said the same thing, like they're together. She said she knows that what she left on the T, because T's she was responding to something T said in his video, and she was like, I have other children in my home. Like, she knows she could stay with me. That's not the issue. But I have other children in my home. Like, I can't involve myself in the day-to-day drama. If she want to go back to him, I can't stop her from going back to him. So, that's a paraphrase of what she said. This week's episode, I haven't seen Family or Fiance yet. I haven't seen anything yet. The only thing I watched Power. I got home last night late, and I watched Power. So when I go home, I'm about to go home now, y'all. I'm picking up my food and I'm about to head home. While I'm eating my lunch, I'm gonna watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then I'm gonna start doing reviews. I do not know if I'm gonna go live later on today because I'm gonna try to get these reviews out and get some. I gotta get some work done. I'm back on my grind, honey. I got work to do for school, so I got some work to do. So I don't know if I'm going live again later on tonight, but you will get reviews today. You're gonna get reviews. Well, I could say you can get Power, Power, Love and Hip Hop Marriage, and Potomac. Those three I know y'all are gonna get today. If y'all get anything else, just consider it a bonus. But I know you can get those three today, cause I already watched Power, and I'm gonna watch Huntsville when I get home, and then I'll watch Potomac, and then I'll drop those videos. See, I said I can get off here at 40 minutes. It's 41. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Thank y'all for riding with me. And I'm gonna I'll see, like I said, I'll do my videos later on. Don't know if I'm gonna be live again tonight or not, but y'all will definitely get some content. I will talk to y'all. Oh, I gotta start watching clickbait. Yeah, I gotta watch clickbait. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.